catalog. That's the greatest.
Man, for real.
Yeah.
Already, so I want somebody to go through season 1 and edit everything. Just take out so much.
Right.
Look, some people don't be going through back catalog like that.
Man,
I mean, now everybody has time. It feels like, but let's start like this. Drake, 1, 2, or 3?
3.
What holiday decorations do you treasure?
Holiday decorations that I treasure.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I can't say that any that I treasure. Hey, Jocelyn. Any that I treasure, but the ones that I would prefer the most, my Aunt Brenda would. She used to have like this village. You know how you have the Christmas village?
Oh,
and
yes.
the little miniatures and everything. She colored them all black. Every single one of them. Like,
of course.
And once again, some things I used to laugh at it when I was younger. Like, this is crazy. Like, out of 100 little figurines, Black Santa and all that, I used to like hype it up. But now that I'm older, I'm like, that was legit. You know, that was what's up, man. So I would, even though I don't like big up Christmas like that, but for the love and the spirit of it, for that, I really enjoy that. I treasure that right there.
Okay. That's a good answer. All right. I just need to replace this one. All right. Mike, 1, 2, or 3?
1.
1?
Yes.
Which household appliance has been worth more than what you paid for it?
Household appliance, probably the microwave.
That's such a bachelor answer.
Yeah.
The microwave. Wow. Why do you say the microwave? Does it just nuke food, or is there more?
Well, when I cook, if I do cook, it helps to extend the life of food that I don't, it helps to extend the life of food. And that's it.
You're such a bachelor.
Yeah. Okay. That's bachelor talk. Big time.
That's okay. Hey, Jason. Let's see. Hey, Dad. Oh, look at you on YouTube. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Mr. Johnson. Right. We see you.
Johnson.
Hey, Lynette. Yes. Okay. I'm okay. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Take a Space Podcast. I am your host, Leah, and we are joined this week by Mike of Our Opinions Are Like Podcast, my podcast, and anytime he's ranting and raving on Facebook with his brother Vince. Yay. And also by Drake of Everything Culture. Thank you all so much for being on the show. Our guest this week from
Black humor.
Well, we're gonna get into that in a minute. Oh. We're gonna get just thank you. You did a lot of hosting. Be the guest. It's okay. So Drake has Everything Culture Sunday shows, as well as it's not the social hour, it's not the happy hour, it's the Sunday nightcap. And then you're now releasing a couple episodes a week on your podcast, so on YouTube and wherever else podcasts are found, and also Black Horror Humor, where Drake and I hosted together with Baylor, BTG, Baylor the Great, BTG for President, all that good stuff, where we watch horror films. So you don't have to. So if you don't like watching horror films, it's okay. We got you. And we just give a review in our own way. This week we had Kurt from Half Hour Bros, who joined me this week, and unfortunately he had to work, so he's not able to be on the live, but we still get to talk about the episode because we had good conversation. How'd you guys like the episode? Hey, Janai. Look, Janai, Jocelyn was on here before you, so I'm just saying. She was here before you. Um, I'm sorry. How'd you guys enjoy the episode?
I enjoyed it. Seemed fluid. Both y'all had some great points. A lot of great one-liners. Talked a lot what happened in culture, and it was pretty genuine. Didn't seem like you held any punches. Talked about what goes on in society. Once again, how people look at different things, and how, once again, I'm have to say how the culture is so different now, and how chasing, once again, it was called chasing trends, and what we say in our community at times, clout chasing.
Cloud chasing,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's what it was really. I'm like, but it was great, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's always good to hear at least your perspective, because I know you're always in depth, so it's always good to hear your perspective, especially on like popular things or chasing trends or clout chasing, anything like that, like anything culture wise, because usually it seems like you try to stay away from that stuff anyway. But it's always good to hear your perspective on it, because I know when you do, it's gonna be something different, because you don't engage in any of that childish stuff.
I don't have to deal with the riffraff.
Yes. Can anybody in the chat, can we acknowledge that
Hey, Kayla.
anybody in the chat, can we acknowledge that Leah has on makeup? Okay, now we can go.
And I wiped off like a good amount, so I didn't have to like deal with that. So I'm hot. We don't have to acknowledge that in the chat. Y'all can ignore that. We're going to our first question of the day. Talk about trend chasing, clout chasing, and trying to stay up. I want to know, what trends did you chase as a child? Did you have on the Jabot jeans? Did you have like the backwards jerseys? Were you wearing the eye patch under your eye or the Band-Aid under your eye? Were your clothes backwards?
Yes, I would say that. I won't just have to jump to go ahead and throw this out here. It's like, this also goes with one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, like early life. Okay, I think I may have shared this story on season 1, but it was a certain girl, young crushes, like elementary crush, maybe second grade, and this is the crisscross era. Okay, it is early 90s. All right. And what did crisscross used to do?
Where they close backwards.
Where they close backwards. And I remember having some overalls, okay, different times. They'll come back probably the next 5 years or so. And I had this girl talk me into wearing some overall backwards. And when I'm talking about, I was loud. Oh my God. After that, I was like, I stopped chasing trends for the majority after that. It's like peer pressure. I started like, just because somebody wants you to do it and like you to do it, you don't have to do it. But that was like one of the early moments of it.
Yeah, you deserve that.
I did.
So you wore them strapped up backwards? Is that what you're saying?
I came to school with them on regularly. I remember going to the restroom, taking them off, and putting it all on backwards. Legit.
Yeah, you deserved that. You deserved that lashing.
And I remember going into the cafeteria and just being laughed at. I'm talking about laughed at. That was like an embarrassing moment. And once again, I've grown. I've even grown since season 1 of the show, because I go back at. I didn't say the person. I hope I didn't say the person's name just now. But either way, hey, I think we're friends on Facebook. But yeah, the glow up happened. I ain't worried about you no more. Like, remember we ended up going to high school together, and I was like, yeah, I remember. People don't forget.
Listen. Lynette says she has starched. I never understood that.
That was my next one. I did a whole. I
think it's a Southern thing.
It is.
It's a Midwest thing.
You're not Midwest. You are on the Eastern time zone. You are not Midwest.
It's a Midwest thing.
No,
man.
The Midwest thing.
The starchy Archie.
No, you are not from the Midwest.
Y'all,
that's one
Tamagotchi. Absolutely had a Tamagotchi and a Gigapet.
I had a Gigapet.
I don't know why I needed them both, but yes.
Nobody. Who was the Tamagotchi?
A Tamagotchi, the little Digipets.
The one
Oh
on your
no,
keychain.
y'all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
y'all, y'all. I gotta remember that y'all are a little younger than me, cause that kind of thing, I wasn't like a toy. Any toy things, I didn't do. I
The
did.
Reebok Classics. I still love my K Swiss Classics. But that was
Case,
never a trend. That was just a me
yeah,
thing.
yeah, nah. Trends. Uh, I had the box fade. Uh, the hot top.
Mm.
So he's walking around like kid.
Did you ever do the Gumby?
Now I couldn't do the Gumby because my brother cut my hair and he just wasn't as good. You know what I'm saying, to
Mm.
do that. Like he didn't have enough balance. You know what I'm saying, to just be doing all of that. But I had a hot top fade, and my hot top fade was the highest in school. And this is
Mm.
when it mattered. So yeah, I had the
Mm,
highest hot top fade in school. What other trends that I follow? I loved a lot of New York trends because it would be like Detroit people weren't really on it. So I could go to like, a Nas, album cover and be like, okay, cool. Like he has a ball fade with a part. So I want my ball fade with a part to have my waves, flowing or whatever. Um,
interesting.
yeah, I mean, it was anything New York or Queens, particularly. Like
So
I
you
would
always
take it.
wanted to be West Coast. I mean East
Well,
Coast.
no, all the East Coast stuff because like in
Because
94,
you're not
93.
Midwest. Got it. Uh-huh.
Stop it.
I just wanted to
Detroit
make
is the
sure that we
Midwest.
understood that.
Detroit is the actual Midwest.
Detroit
But
is not. Detroit is not.
that's what it says. That's what it says. You can look
No.
it up. You can
No.
look it up. You can look it
I've
It's
up.
always
it's
thought of
not, but okay, I
I've always
understand.
thought of Detroit
I'm
being the
sorry, Caleb.
Midwest.
You said always wearing your hair straight. That was absolutely a trend.
Um,
Sodas, jellies, and name belts. Oh my gosh! Every
Name belts.
kiosk in the mall.
DuckTales.
Oh man! Thank you, Lynette. We're gonna say this the entire life. It is not the Midwest. We know.
Lynette. Lynette. don't
Of,
don't
of
start with
course,
me.
Jenai is probably the time capsule of the family. She still has stuff from 1995 in like good functioning order, which I don't understand.
So did any
Wow.
of y'all have
Uh,
DuckTales though?
No.
so I'm a
Did,
girl.
did we do you
Um,
talking about like a tail in the back?
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, nah.
Oh, bro, you used to listen, man. Hey,
Come
Mike
on,
was like,
man.
"Who does
hey,
that?"
hey,
Nah,
man.
man.
Uh,
I
mine,
would.
mine never
I,
staged. Mine never stayed alive. I always had to reset it within a week. Could you? You have to remember to feed it and to clean up after it.
if I can get my
Dad
DuckTales
says,
back, I
follow the
would.
trend. I still regret the Jerry curl. Oh, I remember
Already,
your hair like this.
already.
I remember that. Oh, I remember that.
Man.
I need I need a pic of your Bobby Brown look.
Nah, it was just a hot top. It wasn't a Gumby. I didn't have a Gumby.
I
I didn't have
just
a Gumby. I got my mom has a bunch of pictures. I'm supposed to be going over to her house on Saturday for her birthday and Mother's Day. So I'm gonna see if I got some pictures and I'm gonna post them. Yeah,
mm,
and
okay.
I'm pretty sure my brother is in them as well. So we'll probably post the stuff together.
Post a good collage.
Yeah,
But
good
does it
collage.
like does it still work? I feel like it does. Janice has stuff that works all the time. Windbreakers, and they just it was like tissue paper. Like what were they supposed to do?
I
Nothing.
never wore windbreakers, but did
It
they
just
ever go
made a
out of
lot of
style?
noise.
Yeah, or like
You just
yeah, like corduroys did.
yes, and they were just
Man,
hot. Like
I
corduroys just
was
heat you up.
forced. I was forced to wear corduroys. That was not
Oh,
something I wanted to wear at
I feel
all.
like corduroys is I put that in the category of a southern thing because I only see old people and southern people who had corduroys. I did have
Look,
a corduroy dress, and it was just really heavy.
But with starched
corduroy dress.
jeans,
What do they do that?
It was a jumper, so it only went down to like above the knee, and it had like straps like and overalls, but it was a dress, and so it was a hard time in like fourth grade. It was a time. It was
You
a
know how?
time.
Do you ever look back at certain things that your parents dress you in, and think like, "Oh, my mama or my dad must have really wanted kids to talk about me at school that
yes,
day."
yes, yes,
Like
absolutely,
they must have
absolutely.
hated. Like, did you even like me, mama? Not love me. Did you even like me? Like, it's certain stuff. Like, my mom cut my hair one time, and she did a horrible job. And not to say my brother was that much better, but he was just, the blends weren't really in when I was little. You didn't have to get a blend. It could just be like just like hair, then bald. Like it didn't have to blend. And my mom cut my hair, and she tried to like blend, and it was just tore up. It looked like she did it with her whatever left, let's say left hand, because my mom's right-handed. It looked like she did it with her left hand, and just wasn't looking. It was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But then I had class pictures, and then that's yeah. I was just like,
my mom was a cosmetologist. I can't. Ooh, thank you, Lord, because my hair is thick, and I can't afford people to be playing in my hair.
Nah. My mom. I mean, I'm sure she loved me, but it just seemed like sometimes she just wanted me to be talked about at school. It's like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing? She used to buy me like before pants could be tight. She would buy me tight pants. Like she's like,
she just wanted to make sure you were ahead of the trends. That's what it was. She was because tight pants came mostly from like that. Because people in different countries in Africa wear tighter pants. Then they made that a trend in Europe, and then they brought that over here. It was like, oh snap, we should wear tight pants too.
Like 2000. I want to say 2000, maybe 2006. But I was, I was fashion forward, so I was way before that. Yeah, I was way before that, but I wasn't. But you can't do that in the 90s when people are wearing size. Like I wore a size 38 in 1990, but I didn't though. I didn't.
I was going to say,
I can't fit a 38 now. You know what I'm saying? I could never fit a 38, but I wore 38.
So you just had the big Jabot pants, just like, you know what?
Not Jabot, because when you said Jabot, I was just like, well, yeah, maybe that's. I mean,
that's more of a Southern brand. Like I saw that more in New Orleans and in some parts of Texas.
Yeah, nah.
I don't know. Lynette, did they have Jabot jeans in the Midwest?
In the Midwest, see,
yeah. Drake, my cousin had a tail.
Miss, oh my god, I cried when they cut my tail.
Definitely had that. What about Trapper Keepers? Oh my gosh, yes.
Trapper Keepers.
I absolutely had Trapper Keepers. Oh, it was good.
I did the yo-yo trend.
The Kangol hat. Did you have a Kangol hat, Jocelyn? Or are you talking about Dad? Because I know Dad had Kangol hats.
I imagine that your dad had
sweaters. Absolutely, my dad had Coogee sweaters.
You couldn't just have a Coogee sweater. Like they had at my school in like 98, not because when I graduated 97, 98, they had a Coogee club. It was crazy. And them sweaters was like dumb expensive.
Yeah, that's what my dad had in Coogee sweaters. I didn't even know what it was until he had your dad had a Coogee sweater. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
It looks really warm. It looks really warm in there.
Yeah, it looks like
man. The plastic ones with the metal rings. I'm so glad I'm done with binders. Oh my gosh. My son is still traumatized by the short pantsuit he wore to church.
You didn't love him.
Put him in short pants.
You didn't love him. You didn't love him.
Why'd you put him in short pants? He couldn't just wear a regular suit.
She didn't love him. She loved him, but she didn't like him that day. You never see your kids like I like having kids and knowing that you have to like send your kids to school and people, you know what I'm saying, get to luckily my kids have always been in uniforms except for like this year, you know what I mean? And they don't really go to school like, all that often because, pandemic. But like my kids have always had uniforms, but the shoes is what I always worried about. I'm like, all right, cool, what kind of shoes you want? Give me the LeBrons, give me the Kyries. But I would never send my kids to school to get laughed at. You know what I'm saying? Like a short pantsuit to church is just like there are kids there. And kids are mean. No matter if they're in church or not.
I found you need now my mom used to try to dress up my brother, but my grandparents usually implement school is not a fashion show. But
I still have to learn how to socially deal with everything that's going on. I know it's not a fashion show.
Most of school is social.
but dress me in something so I can be comfortable. I don't want to have to talk over my outfit.
I'm with being comfortable. But
I pretty much wore hoodie and jeans to school.
But trends though. Some parents big on that.
Yeah, the thing about it too is that it's not really like for me, it wasn't about being the best dressed. It was about blending into where nobody would talk about what you were wearing. So, you could wear, black jeans, blue jeans, dark blue, whatever. Like it doesn't matter. Just kind of like blend into where nobody's talking about your clothing. Be clean, don't wear the same thing that you wore,
The same week.
yesterday. Yeah,
The whole
same week,
week. You
same
can't.
week, same
Yeah,
week.
you
I agree.
cannot do that.
I don't understand. I never understood that because I would do my laundry sometimes in the middle of the week, and I wouldn't keep track of what I wore
Messed
that
up.
day.
That's messed up for you.
Did you
That's
ride a
messed up
Like
for
bus?
you.
Did you ride a bus?
Yeah, I rode the bus.
Man, on my bus, if that it was like as soon as you got on, you getting checked
Yeah,
from
my
head to
question would
toe.
always be, why are you paying so much attention to me?
They didn't care. Like
Why
Because
you why
we,
you why
I
you
because
paying
just
so much
said,
attention to me?
because
kids
we
are
kids.
evil.
Because we
Kids are
kids
Listen,
and
evil.
we don't have anything else to do. All
Exactly.
we care about is what you're wearing. So I'm
And
gonna
unfortunately,
say
I didn't know that. It was like I didn't know I meant that much to you that you got to pay attention to what I'm wearing.
yeah, that's very cynical. Hopefully that worked when you were in whatever grade. If
Yeah,
it didn't
nobody. I
work.
mean, nobody got on me because I was friends with everybody. But I did my laundry in the middle of the week sometimes. What is that coat called? Peak coat. Peak coat.
A peacoat.
Pink coat.
A
Something like
peacoat.
that. Kayla Byers. I'm going to assume that you're
It's a
doing voice to
peacoat.
text. I'm just going to assume that you're doing voice to text. Why did you have to guess so many different types of what the P stood for in the coats?
It's not
I just,
it's not peak. It's certainly not pink. And I don't even know if it's P.
oh, I don't know. I can't. Yes, Janai, we're all praying for her. I had to skip it. It's everyone had one back in my elementary school days.
I had to skip it.
I'm sorry, you had what?
I had to skip it.
Boys had skippets.
Yeah, it was like same thing. You just skip with it. It was like blue or black.
I never knew boys to skip.
It's
But
the thing that you put around your foot and then
Yeah,
you go in a circle.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I might have had one. I don't know.
I was big in jump rope too.
I
I was a
never
fat kid,
knew.
but when jump rope for hard came around, man, you can't tell me nothing.
It's not a skip it. It's a skip it.
Skip it.
Yes.
What is wrong with your sister?
We praying for her, okay?
She has to be doing like voice text.
That's what I just said.
She has to be.
It's gotta be voice text.
Yeah.
Skip it in the
She is
pogo
murdering.
stick.
She is murdering it.
You put it around your ankle, swing it around while jumping over it at the same time. Yes. Yeah, Kayla, we praying for you.
So
really TT says, I love Tamagotchi. Lynette says
scooters are still a thing though. I'm looking.
You couldn't wear the same thing in the same month.
For real.
In the same month?
I know. I know that they'll get on you if you wear the same thing in the same week.
Same week.
But
you know what?
Who's paying attention? Like, oh snap, you wore it on the 3rd, and now you wear it again on the 20th.
I used to go with a girl who didn't wear the same thing in a year, in like the school year.
Who is buying her all these clothes?
She was the only child. Her dad was a big engineer, and her mom was something ridiculous as well. But she didn't wear the same thing in a year. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So how did you?
How did I?
Yeah, how did you make that happen?
Sometimes
I'm not saying anything about you.
Of course you are. Of course you are. You saying something about me. I know.
I'm just asking. Like how did that happen? Yes, the Razor scooters will kill
but scooters are still in though. I think so. The scooters are still.
Yeah, but now it's like more electric scooters and stuff.
No, like they use them like skateboarding. Like scooters are like.
Maybe where you are.
No, it's on TikTok. Like you go online.
I don't see them that often, especially in the city. Maybe it's in different areas.
I'm in Seattle and I see scooters.
We will continue to stress you.
Yeah, until you fix your
I just clutched my pearls when you said scooter. Instantly felt it in my ankles.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
No. Another trend that I followed that I love that nobody is saying that is the best thing in the world is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the best thing in the world.
That's not a trend. That's a lifestyle.
It's not a trend.
Yeah, there you go. It's a lifestyle. There you said it.
I wouldn't say it's a lifestyle, but it's not a trend. I don't think it's a trend.
What were we talking about Teenage Mutant Turtles recently? Leah was something, or is Baylor? They say have really good comic books coming out. So You know, y'all gotta check out
I
the
don't like
Ronin.
the new stuff. I like watching like the '90s stuff. Oh, we did talk about Ronin, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and because we were trying to figure out if Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was in the MCU or the DC universe, but
Mm-hmm. We sure did.
they're actually not in either.
No,
Right.
they're not. Why did you do
Yeah.
that? Why did y'all do that? Why didn't y'all just call me?
But they have closer ties with DC though.
They did. Hold on. Bring back Swoops and Banana Peels.
Who is that? What is that?
It is not 1992. We are not bumping
Are we talking
Monica
about the
Before You
Swoops?
Walk Out of My Life.
Are we talking
Yes.
about?
Oh,
It's the swoop, and then the banana peels is when you had the ponytail and you would have
And they
the single hairs like that.
Hey, that
what
was
about
a
what,
cute. That
what
was a
about
cute
Fr-
era.
what about French rolls?
Oh man, that was that. Every time I think of French rolls, I think of Dottie Peoples. It's the you pin it in the back and you roll it up,
Yeah, yeah. My
and it's
prom day
like
had a French roll.
professional black woman's hairstyle.
Heck yeah, it was so many French rolls in at my prom. It was ridiculous. My whole prom smelled like
Every
spritz. It smelled like spritz.
every
Like,
black girl
Imagine
in
growing
the
up in that.
'90s
Imagine
had
mid. Well,
that.
you did come up mid 80s, 90s.
I was
No,
born in 1980.
Oh, okay, you my kinfolk age. Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
1980.
Hold on, I still have to learn to skate backwards.
See, but these are all the cultures and different
No,
eras
I
that we
want you to
representing
not.
right here.
Finger waves. Finger waves are coming back. Finger waves are officially a thing now.
How?
People have brought that back.
Who?
A lot of people have brought that back. I've seen that a lot especially when women are like growing out their hair and stuff or cutting their hair real short. They'll do a
Those
big
two
chop
kids.
and they'll do finger waves.
I
Those
see it's still
people.
the battle between the
Oh no, Mike! Some churches still wear that in the Midwest. Yes,
what's
Mike.
the
If
what
you were in the Midwest, you would know these things.
French rolls? Is that what she's talking about?
You would know these things.
I know these. That's what I mentioned
I
in the
thought
Midwest.
I thought I was so grown. Mom gave me a French roll. Oh, she did. French rolls.
so
French
what's your
rolls.
hairstyle called, Mike? Like you just growing it out or
Oh, it's called an undercut.
undercut?
Okay.
Between the undercut and the
82 over here, Mike.
waves, always going back and forth. You know, the shortcut.
Oh,
So I know that
yeah.
was a big thing for a time.
Yeah, I used to rock 360s. I had the best 360s in my high school. That's what I used to do.
Don't even know what that is.
360s is when you got waves going all the way around.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. And I was the best at it.
Now that guys, what you call it, makes sense.
And they're trying to bring it back. I remember it was a big thing. The wave check
Oh,
every day. That's something going forever.
The wave check thing is now getting bigger.
Yeah, it's coming back heavy.
Coming back. It's been coming back for
Ever
like the
since
last like it hasn't really left.
Yeah, I agree. It haven't really
hasn't
left,
really
but
left.
it's getting larger. That's what I say. It's getting larger again because once again,
because they keep going back and forth between wearing braids, wearing curls, getting waves, keeping a low Caesar. No, we're going to go ahead and grow it out a little bit and get waves. Now wolfing is like the thing to do.
Wolfing, you got to wolf so that it extends the length of your waves. So you got to wolf.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. Is what it is.
Why?
That's
How
unnecessary.
do you? Hold on. How do you?
I was going to
unnecessary.
there you go, Mike. Go ahead.
How do you know that? What is you? It's necessary.
It's unnecessary.
It's necessary for the process.
It's unnecessary.
That stretch your waves.
Before this, the waves are there. I did something that just didn't come around no more.
You did something.
You did something.
I mean,
but hey, they were there until they were gone. Like once again, it was never a point where I didn't have.
You did something. Goodness me, that's not how it works. It's mostly genetics.
Hey, I'll take the responsibility off of me, man.
Right? Nah.
But man, but I'm telling you, you get on the school bus, man, you would get. It was I don't know, everybody's school different, everybody's experience different, but man, it was uncut where I'm from. Like you get on, you had to defend your hair, you had to come on smelling good. I remember, and I apologize to this person already. I still have empathy, but I remember it was this one kid, my classmate. Before he got on the bus, we would guess what he would be wearing. Like he was low. We were all low income. Majority of us were, but we were like, he's wearing that Deion Sanders jersey, guaranteed. So
Jesus
once
Christ.
again, kids are cruel. Kids are
Kids are
cruel.
cruel. Wow. Y'all were crueler. Y'all guessing what a guy's gonna wear before he gets on the bus.
It was like we do that with many people, and it's like it was wild times, man. So hopefully people grow out of that. But if you look at Hollywood now, people don't grow out of that. They still do it. It's on a larger scale.
Yeah, nah, I couldn't talk about too many people and what they wore because I wasn't. I mean, we didn't have a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
even I would take my older brother's clothes, especially in middle school. I would take my older brother's clothes and his shoes and stuff, and that's what I would do. So I would have a real fresh day because my older brother, he had a job, so
Yeah.
I could take all his clothes. So if he had except for the Jordans, I knew where I was. I went to school across the street from the projects. They was going to jack me immediately. It was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have brought the Jordans to school. But his pants, at the time, Cross Colors was in, whatever. I could wear all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Plus, we wore stuff big. He was a little bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, just guessing what somebody's going to wear, that's pretty cruel.
Oh yeah. So my thing is, I used to get hand-me-downs. I know you came from a large. I don't know how everybody's family was, but shout out to my kinfolk, Aaron and Mark. I tell you, I was a fat kid, so I didn't have to wait that long. And my oldest oldest cousin is your age, Mike. So as soon as he grew out of something, it's coming to me, and I'm ready because he used to be big into the trends and dressing and things. So I got the hand-me-down Jabos. I got the hand-me-down polos. The collar may be a little bit turned up, but I'm gonna make the best out of it. But going back to even with jeans, when you had to put a starch in them, an arch in them, whatever, that was the thing. And that's one trend I hope never comes back. It was a very uncomfortable trend. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Because they will put creases in their pants at my school, which is dumb, the dumbest thing on earth. And so they would put the creases.
What did y'all use though? What did y'all use? Did you ever do it?
They would use starch. I used to wear khakis, so I would starch my khakis, but I wouldn't do jeans. Jeans, it just didn't make any sense because jeans are already tough enough. You know what I mean? But I would do it with my khakis, and they had a harder. But I was on the bus. I was in my school was filthy. Sometimes we'd go outside. It just didn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But you had that your pants couldn't be wrinkled though.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you had to get girls. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you couldn't get girls with wrinkled pants.
I got in trouble one day. I left the house without ironing my pants. I thought I ironed them well, but I didn't. Man, my uncle got in mine, but he got on me. He got on me
What, for wearing wrinkled pants?
Oh yeah, I had to go. I was late for school. He made me go back inside, iron my pants, and
did you have a young uncle, or was this an uncle?
Man, I come from men that they put dressing at a high standard, and you step at the house with respect, and having iron pants, anything like that. Nah, you ain't about to do. You ain't about to have us looking crazy by you going to school looking crazy. You come from a better family than that. I was raised.
More so about that, yeah. Because for me, they didn't. Not to say they necessarily didn't care how I dressed, but the only people that would talk about it would be my brothers, and they're brutal. So that was just enough. You know what I'm saying? And they would talk about me. They would talk about me when I got when I started getting into my own kind of fashion. My pants. Your pants are too tight. I'm like, nah, you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Even when I used to get tapers, my brothers never thought that was a haircut. And that's not a real haircut. Stop. And then my older brother would be the one that had to pay for the haircuts. And he just say, man, if you get that taper nonsense, I'm not paying for it. It's not a haircut.
How a taper, not a haircut?
Because that's when we were just getting bald fades. You know what I'm saying? It's not a haircut thing. He said that's just a lineup.
It's an understand. I got you.
Yeah, he's like, that's just a lineup. You're not gonna pay full price for a lineup. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me tell you something. I didn't even think about this. If y'all go to my Facebook and go way back, you still can find some of these photos. I used to get designs in my beard. That was a trend that was extremely painful as well, because some barbers don't understand how hot their clippers would be on my young sensitive skin. Once again, I had a full beard at the age of 13, 14.
You did
And
now.
I can bring you. I can show you the photos.
Hey, I
So, like,
believe you. I believe you. I do believe you. I'm looking at your
like
beard now. I
my
believe you,
fresh
son.
going into my freshman year, I had a full connecting beard, like not just like
Wow.
full. And being young, I would see. This was before I went to a spot in Dallas. It was in Fort Worth, actually. I think it was Cold Cuts or something. There was some really good barbers, right off of what's the name of the neighborhood in Forest Hill. If any of my family listen to it, you already know what's up. I think one of them guys' name was D Will. But he was like, "Hey man, let me do something with your beard." I like, okay, cool, whatever, try something out. So like, I never really liked getting designs in my head because you really couldn't do that at school, but they never really had anything about the face. So that's how but I used to get like pyramids. I had so many. It was like it was cool, but nah, I look back on it now, I like, man, doing too much. Like if you see a photo of Ludacris, I was doing that before Ludacris.
Oh, the pork chop joints.
The pork I mean, the curls, everything. That
Oh,
was a trend. Let that go.
that's crazy. Nobody should do that. If you got thrashed at school for that, then you deserve it. You deserve
Not
it.
at all. I got quite the opposite at the time. Once again, from the country, baby.
Oh,
Because once again,
Dovetail.
everything we're talking about, even with the jeans, hey, love y'all. What's up? Do y'all thing. I know people still do that, arch it off. Like,
wow.
and that's why I say when I asked you what did they put on, you just said starch. No. What type of starch? Because only one type of starch will actually get your jeans where you will want them to be, and that is Stay Flow.
Starch?
Stay Flow.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it.
I'm telling you, I did a whole TikTok. I did a Snapchat talking about the whole routine of that. That was work. We used to be able to stand our pants up by themselves. Don't even have to be in the corner. Just boom.
I don't need that in my life.
I hated that trend. I was like, it was not only you had to work, like you had to like put this you had to spray it on. You had to I used to flip your jeans inside out, spray it inside, because you had to do it right after you got it out the washer, put them back in the dryer just for a little bit. Now then you iron them when it just a little bit damp. Then you don't spray it on the outside because it's gonna have those starch marks. But the problem is you spray them inside and you in class all day and you hot, you in Texas, your bottom half of your body's itching all day and you're crunchy everywhere you go. But yeah, the things we go through.
I want to know, what is your favorite compliment that you've ever received?
Anything. Anything that implied that I was intelligent.
Man, mine came
anything that implied you were intelligent, not explicitly said that, oh, you're smart.
Yeah,
but
like
it has to be an implication.
Because sometimes people don't say you're smart. Some people will just call you and ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know like, I know you know this. Hey, Michael, and then they'll just start talking because they think I know the thing, and that's a compliment to me. And it's like, oh crap, they think I know stuff. That's wonderful, Yeah, but anything that implies I'm smart, always like those. I think for Drake, it's beard compliments. He loves beard compliments. His compliments about his beard.
I get those. I can't say those are my favorite. I cannot see y'all right now. My computer is doing something wild. But can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, my favorite compliment that I received, and it was actually recently, like in the past year, was I was walking to the store getting groceries or something, and like this woman like almost turned her like truck around and she yelled, "Nice calves." if y'all knew, like she meant like she like straight cat culture. Oh my god, look at the calves. Hey, stop.
Now, lady, now come on, now, lady.
Man,
You know what you
hey,
said.
straight up. Hey, man, like that's one thing that a lot of people don't know. The most worked on body part of cosmetic surgery on men are their calves. And like I had then look it up. I'm telling y'all, it's one of those things that
I would have thought
I'm like
I would have thought that it would be
something else.
like something like midsection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the calves. But the thing about it, like, man, I can curl this bar over here. My arm's gonna get bigger, chest's gonna get bigger. Everything. It doesn't take me long to get in shape. I like soon as I'm done. Hopefully I'm going to the gym tonight. I'm going to the gym tonight. But lower body, you working your thighs so much, but the bills like larger calves is hard. So I'm telling you, I came home telling my wife, like, hey, you won't believe the compliment I just got, like, straight up, man. She was like, she like, that made your day. I like it did. I was on cloud 9, just because the small things that matter. Men need compliments too.
How old was this lady, or how old did she look?
I don't even know. Like she
He just heard the words. That's all it was.
Man,
he heard the words.
When I tell you, yes. I could. When you turn around, you don't want to smile too hard because you don't come on like that. That's how they get you. That's how they get
blushed.
you. Oh yeah, I would have blushed. I like if I didn't have the beard, it would have been nothing.
Yeah, you blushed. I was about to say you blushed through your beard.
Boy, God, like she just not like she ain't about to pull me like that. I'm a married man. You better go on now. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
It's you getting through the calf. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Somebody said this lady, she complimented my calves. Like she liked it. I think she wanted. I feel like
maybe you need to start complimenting my calves.
I need to go see what's going on.
My wife was rubbing my calves this morning. I was like, thank you, boo. Because that's the workouts do. You see, I'm in the gym doing the calf raises. I'm doing some 90 pounds, man. 2 plates. I'm feeling proud of myself. 2 plates.
Okay.
Hey,
2 plates on the calf.
Here ain't working for nothing.
Jocelyn says a compliment about your kid's action. Yeah, he worked really hard at that. He worked really hard. Yes, Janae is also questioning your calves. Like
for real. Like, hey, that's me. I get beard compliments often. And I appreciate them all, but the calves, and this is like walking down the street just out the blue, like, and she like stopped traffic, holla out, nice calves
or nothing. He didn't grease up the calves or nothing.
Man, I'm probably ashy up here, man, in the Pacific Northwest. But I'm like,
he wore shorts for the rest of the week. I just want y'all to know.
Didn't I know?
He wore shorts and low top shoes with ankle socks.
Yes, no show, not ankle socks, no show.
You want to make sandals.
You see every bit of skin.
Right. Make sure
I gotta think about my favorite compliment. I don't know my favorite compliment yet. I gotta think about it. A reflection. Kayla, I don't know what you mean by here. You gotta help me out. I don't know what you mean by that.
That's lately my favorite comments.
My favorite compliment is that I have a soothing voice. Girl, you do. Because you be getting real close and be like, so today what we're gonna be talking about. Want to make sure that nice to meet you because I want to know the real you. It's your girl Lynette. I'm like, girl, how do you? I'm too excitable. I don't know how to.
She had her cousin on the last time.
Oh, the one that was your cousin that you just recorded with Lynette.
That had to be that's what she said.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
The latest one that just came out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like yesterday. Yesterday, the one that you did yesterday. I just watched it today. A compliment about your ambition. Because you put in work. You do. You put in work.
That works. That works.
Lynette, you
You
do.
do.
You
It's
do.
smoothly,
I
soothing.
feel I really just want to be like, hey y'all, listen up. I just get too excitable. I wouldn't be able to get through a whole paragraph. I can probably talk like that for a few sentences.
Wow.
Late nights with Lynette.
Hey,
Oh,
there you
Look,
go.
make it
look,
work.
New show. New show.
if Lynette and Drake did a show, all Drake would just be on the mic, baritone voice, and Lynette be like,
Yeah.
but listen, just chill out. We're gonna relax.
Hey, Lynette, that could be our episode. Like, let's make it happen.
Listen. And y'all, man, look.
Oh, we're gonna do it quiet storm. Is that what you
See,
said? Is that what we're gonna do? Okay,
Mm.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I
I'll
don't
be
think.
thinking I scare people
Oh
when I
yeah,
do that.
okay, yeah. That was because you do it. Okay, so first of all, y'all. First of all, we record at midnight my time. We don't finish recording until about 4 a.m. And we are in the throes of whatever the movie is. And whenever it happens, Drake has the deeper voice out of all three of us and will get on the mic real close and say whatever. And we'll be like, listen, you're in my ear. It's dark in here. I don't want to sleep with all my lights on. I still got bills to pay. That's why.
Oh wow.
Um,
This does for the effect.
who is your most impactful musical artist?
Ooh, that's a good one.
And if it's not an artist, an album that you can appreciate.
It's two for me. Two albums, two artists. Um, it's Nas Illmatic and it's Tribe Called Quest is Midnight Marauder.
Maybe we talked about that before.
Yeah,
Wait a
and
minute. I don't know why I didn't think you listened to Tribe Called Quest.
the Tribe was my everything. Q-Tip was like he walked on water for me. He was everything. I mean, like, and he's the Q-Tip is the reason. The Tribe Called Quest is the reason that I even looked at like because they're from Queens, so everything Queens. Because I knew Nas was from Queens, but I
Because that's
only
right, you're from the East Coast. That's right. I was trying to.
would you? But everything like when I knew Nas was from Queens and I knew that Tribe Called Quest was from Queens, I in my head I'm like everything from Queens is just great. So I got into like Mob Deep. I got back into LL, whatever. But just like everything Queens, CNN, Noriega, Capone Noriega. I just got into
Mm-hmm.
all of the, the Queen stuff. It was just everything for me, you know what I'm saying? But Tribe Called Quest and, Midnight Marauder specifically and Illmatic specifically from Nas. Those two albums and those two artists.
And that says you can totally be a member of Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the standards of being a member is being from the East Coast. So
It's
I
not
think
the
I
East
think
Coast.
I think you got
Not
it.
for
I
the
think
East
you got
Coast.
it.
Not for the East Coast. That's not even. You know what I'm saying? And I would, if I would have known you was gonna ask that, I'd have had my Fife dog shirt on. But yeah.
No, you all right. Listen, it's okay. Um, not my favorite artist, but I always get chills when I hear Leandria sing.
Man, so many people on my show done said Leandria. It's wild.
Who is here?
I don't know who that is either.
The gospel singer?
Oh,
Is it no?
I wouldn't know.
I'm
Are you
assuming
looking?
it's the gospel singer.
I'm looking up Leandria because I don't know.
I think it's Leandria.
Jocelyn. Jocelyn was just saying the same thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my family love her. Like, because
She's okay. So
she used to be she struggled with alcoholism. My aunt Sharon, my aunt Didi spoke about her quite a bit. If they're talking about the gospel.
Okay, yeah. So she was on Sunday's Best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard her sing. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what they're saying. She was on Sunday's Best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Billy Preston, Jay Cleveland, Tupac, NWA. Okay, first of all,
Tupac, NWA.
The
Where's
last two, no,
your
absolutely
I'm with
dad?
your pops.
no. The last two, absolutely not.
I like that,
What?
Miss Jones.
Yeah, like
No, no.
how?
Grover Washington, George Duke.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay,
yes,
okay. Yeah,
that's
we
yes,
accept. We approve.
yes. Golly,
Your dad likes NWA. That's
oh
funny.
god.
Hey, I like it. I love it. You know.
No, Dad just be hearing stuff and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
Man, I have to
I
go
always
with.
say Fantasia, but it's been India Ari.
Yeah, I can't stand NDRE.
I think you know what? I'm gonna let you have that because it says India Air, and I know you meant Ari. I'm just
Y'all
What
need to
is
get
that?
out. Y'all need to
She
get off KK, man. Y'all need to relax. Leave KK
I'm gonna,
alone.
I'm
come
gonna let you have it.
on.
It's okay. It's okay.
India Air.
But
India Air. Was she was she signed to Nike?
hey, that's them.
Yes,
That's them.
Leandra
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah, Andrew Johnson. Yep. You see, look, my sister, she talked about Leandria Johnson. Hey,
Yeah.
sis.
Oh,
Um,
hi, Drake's sister. Are you Drake's sister, or are you Drake's cousin?
you asked a very interesting question there.
Yeah, because
She gonna give you a
Drake
direct
has to
response.
clarify that he doesn't have sister cousins, and so I just wanted
So
to be
this
sure.
so Angela's your
Sister.
sister?
Angela's sister. Yes. She's
Okay,
my aunt's daughter, but she's my sister.
okay, so she's
Oh,
your
okay.
cousin.
Cousin sister. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
got
Yeah.
it. Okay,
But I would say for myself, like as far as artists, Bun B. I love the growth he's had in his music. Extremely talented. But he talked about some deeper things if you really listen to him and know him as an individual, he's great as well. But as far as one album and artist, the album is Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. Like I think that album is timeless. And I mean that's so heavily. He's speaking about some things that's still completely relevant to this day. You know, absolutely. Um, the song "Love Is in the Need of Love." Oh man, so deep. And it's true. We need more love here today. You know, it's like, and it's a revolving cycle. And it even goes into where he speaks about. It's a song that I think about my wife all the time. One of my first songs, like she knocks me off my feet. Donnell Jones tried to redo it,
yeah.
and but it does. He did a great job. But Stevie, that feeling, and he's such a talented guy. It's so many hits just on that one album. So the most impactful, just if we go on for one, I would say Stevie Wonder,
Okay.
in my perspective.
Let's
And
see.
y'all
Janae says, I love the way J. Cole tells stories through his music. And she called you a blasphemer, Mike.
I said I didn't like NDRE. That must have been it. That's the only thing.
Wait, did you say Indiari or did you say Leandria?
No, he
No,
did.
I didn't say Leandra. I
No,
said
he said
Okay, you say you don't
NDRE.
like Indiari.
yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her.
It's okay. It's all right. We know you.
But
We know you don't know geographically where you are, so there's like an imbalance there
but
that happens.
but we were naming singers. The singer that is like the most like dear to me is Anita Baker.
Hmm.
Yeah, that she was everything. And when she hit, I didn't get the significance of her music hitting because I didn't know she was from Detroit when I was little because I was little, and I just knew I loved the music and my mom would play it all the time, of course.
Mhm.
But it was like my my ex wife told me a story of her meeting her, and I literally got like I got chills from her meeting her. That's how crazy it was. Like I got
I know
chills.
somebody who knows somebody.
Man, she met
Listen.
and she was like, you know, I was about to say, "Are you?" And then she said, "Girl, child, no." And then she just like went off into and disappeared. And and then I was like, "What'd she say?" She just disappeared, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" But yeah, Anita Baker. Anita Baker is probably like that's it. That's all I grew up on is Anita Baker. Alita Adams, but mostly, you know what I'm saying, Anita Baker.
Okay. Lynette says Alicia Keys. Of course, it's Alicia Keys, and then DMX. Okay.
DMX cool, but we can't do the Alicia Keys thing. Like, what are we doing?
Excuse me?
Neither one of them. Her and
Hey, let me tell
neither
you
one of them.
something.
Listen,
I reposted Alicia Keys on one of my videos. People inbox me like, "You should have chose somebody else." I like, yeah.
She's not. She's not. She's not
wow.
really. She's not really that good, man. She's not really good.
I
This
don't.
guy though, PJ Morton is very good though.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Um, hey, let's
Extra
see.
H's.
Fanny and Tank. I need a little bit more Jesus. Give me Fred Hammond.
Oh,
Are you saying Fantasia? Is that who Fanny
Fanny,
is?
I would imagine. And
Okay,
Tank
I'm guessing.
and Tank is Tank.
Is Tank?
Tank is
I don't.
R&B.
I can't listen to Tank anymore. I
Why?
just can't because I can't hear. I can't unhear what he said.
He was
And I just
playing like he was joking.
no,
He was
Was he
joking.
playing?
no,
Come on, he was playing. He was
no.
not talking about himself even. He wasn't talking about himself.
I,
No
I,
way in the
I,
world. Like
I
that's why.
watched it one time.
That's
I
why I
watched
know.
it one time, and I just left it alone. I said, "Ain't none of my business," and I kept it
Ain't none of
moving.
your business. Goodness me. People are people. People. You don't believe that. You don't believe that he said that and was for real. He was joking.
Wait. Why don't you? Doesn't matter. Why don't you believe he said that it was for real? Because a lot of
Because
people didn't believe when Richard Pryor said it either,
no,
and he was for real.
but he said him. He said him. He said he was. He was talking. He was saying like as a.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Tell us how
I
you
can't
really
believe
feel
you.
about it, Mike. Tell us how you really feel.
That is ridiculous, Drake. That is unacceptable.
Don't put it on me.
These-
Don't put it on me.
Father, I need you to pull your life together. I really need you to pull your life together.
Thank you, Drake.
Thank you,
These
Mr.
youngsters
Johnson.
don't understand. I'm older than Drake.
You
Still
are.
though.
You are.
I get it off. My family know how I roll. It's just the
I'm
strong.
older than Drake. I'm just youthful.
DMX and Life Jennings.
Life Jennings.
Has Life come out with any music recently? I know he was supposed to.
I thought he got locked up again. You know, once again,
I don't
ain't
be
none of my
keeping up.
business. I
I
don't
don't
know.
keep up.
He's-
Cousin, sister, but more like sister, best friend, homie.
That works.
Okay. All right. I was just saying because there's a diverse audience, and because of the diverse audience, you can't just say, "Oh, this is my cousin sister," because then people really live that life. So I just wanted to
People really
get
live
that
that life.
Just like
clarification.
Like the
People
same.
really live that life.
But we still love you, KK. We
Yeah,
still
yeah,
love you.
yeah.
It's all love. It's all it is. It's all love.
I'm sure the kids are in your way.
I was a huge fan of Alicia Keys until like 2010. Do you listen to her recent stuff or have her Diary album on repeat?
Just that song.
I cannot. If I listen to Alicia Keys, it's literally the unplugged version of Diary.
That's what I'm saying, and that's mostly because the guy is amazing.
That's legit why.
Yeah, that's because the guy is amazing. But it ain't her.
Backup singers.
Great
amazing backup singers
that can sing her under a
plays
table.
the piano rather decently, but the backup singers, absolutely
amazing. Right, and she doesn't.
I listen to mostly songs in A minor and the Diary, but I'm digging her recent album too. I didn't even know she came out with more music.
She did. She has a song with Simpa.
Who is a hater?
It's probably me. It's probably me.
She chose that life.
Probably.
This is the first time I've seen Lynette use like exclamation points.
That I don't imagine.
Yeah, she has questions. How do you defend Tank but hate on Alicia Keys?
Because Tank can sing, and AK can't sing. The end. We're talking about singing.
she when she was singing "Lift Every Voice and Sing," she was not sounding the best. I can tell you that now.
It is subjective. Because some people think Mary J. Blige can't sing.
She can't.
Some people think that
she sounds good though.
She can't sing.
I don't know. Is there a difference?
Yeah, it absolutely is a difference.
And I wasn't defending Tank's. I don't have to defend Tank singing. I'm not gonna defend Alicia Keys
Lynette,
singing.
you don't need to argue with people who think they're in the Midwest and they're not. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, Lynette. Father, I really need you to get it together. The fact that he said youngsters, yeah. Y'all forgot the goat T Baby.
Who is T Baby?
I don't know who's T Baby.
Teddy Pendergrass?
No, that would be Teddy.
Tony
P.
Braxton?
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
T-Pain?
Yes, I met Fantasia. Hence, I'm a true fan. Drove 6 hours for her and Tank.
T-Baby.
I don't, one of your favorite songs, Mike.
We're gonna have real issues. We're gonna have real issues. Jedi, we're gonna have real issues because that's my city and we can't.
She was in the cemetery. Why was she recording in the cemetery?
Because it's so cold in the D. Did you listen to the lyrics? Are you listening to the lyrics?
Yes, I heard the
Oh, she said T Baby. That is her name. Her name is T Baby. Oh my goodness, that's what she meant. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. How y'all know that girl's name? That song is stupid.
You know what's funny? Janae is the one who sent it out to the family so that we can listen to it. She sang it for like months. Oh gosh, no.
That was not a good.
We're talking about talents, not livelihoods. See, this is where we get into the conversation of separating artists from their art. Yeah. And
that's one of my favorite things that came out of Detroit.
Yeah, so even if Tank was being for real, his music is what his music is.
I ain't knocking it,
T Baby is terrible.
It's JJ Fish.
Not over T Baby.
I think he's from Detroit too.
Neither one of them knows what a rhythm is. They'll be like, rhythm, what's that?
It's the Motown babies.
But Detroit rappers don't typically rap on beat. They just don't.
Is that why I don't listen to them?
Look at
name a Detroit rapper.
I do like Big Sean though. I know a lot of people.
No.
I like Big Sean.
Sean.
What's the Big Sean song?
What is your problem?
I don't.
What is?
I literally only heard that on the Ice Cube movie.
You really don't listen to Big Sean? Wow.
I don't understand.
He's one of the rappers I can listen to their full album, just ride through it.
Like Sean's whole last album was amazing.
Yo.
I just found out people didn't like Big Sean, and I was shocked.
Detroit has rappers. Okay. All right. St. Louis got 2 rappers, and she's talking. Are you talking? Lynette, are you talking? Detroit has rappers. St. Louis got 2 rappers. Are you serious?
Nelly.
And that's it. That's it. Stop there.
Murphy D.
Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee.
Ali, Keywan, and Slowdown are.
Their names?
Yes, they were like one of my favorites growing up. I love Murphy Lee. Murphy Lee was like
Murphy Lee. They really did him wrong. Murphy
Lee is a great lollipop rapper. The way y'all looked at her when she Big Sean songs. I don't know.
What was that TikTok that trend? Like what?
Yeah, I thought Detroit was known for R&B and gospel.
Detroit has rappers. Are you serious? That's Lynette. See, and this is the thing. Like we always
Mike's telling me to log off. Take your own advice, sir.
Why?
Listen, until Murphy Lee's album came out, I was really with the St. Lunatics.
Telling me to
my email address was schoolboysgirl04. I was like really.
That was a trend.
I was for real. Like it was.
Remember recording your voicemails from the radio? You have to put your phone to the radio.
Listen, ain't Dej Loaf from Detroit? Who's Dej Loaf?
Dej Loaf is from Detroit.
She spelled that correctly too.
Finally.
Janae's not the one who we have to worry about.
Who's your other sister?
This is not the one we have to worry about. Who is that? A guy or a girl?
No,
That's
it's
a girl.
A girl. It's a
Oh.
girl.
Trying.
First of all, don't act like I should just know stuff. Like
It's a,
I don't
You
know
knew.
you,
Hold
you
on,
don't
wait,
know
wait.
Big
But you knew
Sean.
all the members in Saint Lunatics, though.
You
But you
didn't. But you
don't
because
didn't
I
know.
was
even
in
know
high
stuff.
school when it came
Okay.
out. Because I
But
was
you
in
don't
high
know Big.
school when it came
But you
out. I
don't know
had
Big
time.
Sean.
I was too.
No, I actually, you know what? When I thought of Big Sean just now, I was about to sing the other song of the guy whose name I just remembered is Sean Kingston called Beautiful Girl. And I was like, that's not Big Sean. Because he doesn't have an accent, I don't think.
See, I would play the song, but I ain't trying to get this kicked off
Yeah.
Facebook. But man, Big
Yeah.
Sean, man, come on, man. I like.
Sailor 6 was way more impactful in my childhood than Big Sean is in my adult life. So,
Hey,
yeah.
I gotta listen to some Big
You
Sean
like
after
Yeah,
this now.
see, she
You
said,
like
haha, my email address was Jennyville. I didn't know that that's where that came from. I'm going to be honest with you. I never put
Wow.
Nellyville and Jennyville together. Never did that. That's
Wow.
interesting.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mary J is clearly entertainer. Luther, Gerald Levert were natural singers.
I would agree. Man, if any voice I would have, I would like to either have Teddy Pendergrass or Gerald Levert.
Teddy P had a lifestyle too.
Didn't he though?
Yeah, lifestyle.
Hey,
He had a
He
lifestyle.
had a
didn't he though?
lifestyle.
He had a lifestyle.
Was
Is that
He had a
what?
lifestyle.
Hey,
Is that what we're calling it now? A
It
lifestyle.
was a
hey,
lifestyle. It was a lifestyle. That's what it
hey.
was.
Once again, that's what we're gonna talk about when we have our episode. Oh, and Mr. Johnson, you'll be hearing from me very soon. Let's get ready. It's time to record.
My dad
Like,
has gone on strike.
oh, strike.
He's
Look
on
at
strike.
No
Look at-
more episodes for him.
what? Who did it? Like,
He's going on strike. No, I'm joking. You hit him up. Let's see what
oh
his
man,
name
it's
is.
exciting because he got it. Like Father's Day coming up, we gonna get this thing going. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Dad. He's only been saying that for a year, so it's cool though. It's
Hey,
cool. Y'all want
just
to go
like
ahead and
with
plug
you,
that stuff?
don't I come through?
I don't know. It only takes like 9
You know
minutes.
it. You know it.
Y'all want to go
Let's
ahead and
do
plug y'all stuff?
Oh yeah, always. Once again, thank you for having us, Leah. And all the folks who take up space and Champions Discourse and the whole Johnson family. I am Drake or Mr. D713 with Everything Culture, as well as with Black Horror Humor. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Everything Culture, right here. Or you can find me on Twitter at Every THG Culture. And you also can find us on TikTok now at Everything Culture as well. This statement on the show that we believe is from Martin Luther King, that he believes that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they have segregation. We have miscommunication. So we try to have a conversation so we can understand, so we can love one another.
Beautiful. Miss Perkins.
All right, cool. So I'm Mike Perkins on IG and Twitter. Mike and Vince Perkins on IG with my brother, and I'm ORL podcast on. we do our periscopes, like we do our periscopes through Twitter, like when we're doing our live shows. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our periscope on Twitter, and we're doing it on YouTube as well. Mike and Vince Perkins on YouTube as well. And
I almost forgot about you guys' YouTube channel. Yes,
yeah,
do the same thing and then just do it on YouTube.
yeah, we do the same thing and just do it on YouTube. Yep. And Snap the podcast opinions are like podcasts, and we have a lot of fun. The last podcast we did was like 2.5 hours long. it was like the whole way through was just my brother just clowning, and it was just
Of course.
It was great. It was great. I think Lynette was there for a little bit until it got too wild and she left. I was like, Lynette, it got a little too wild. I was like, Lynette probably left. I was like, she probably left the building. You know what I'm saying? My older brother was on it. It was ridiculous. It's still up. I'm about to take it down so we can put like some clips up of it. But very fun. Very fun stuff. Very fun stuff. And thank you, Leah, as always. I always enjoy being on your platform. You're always nice to me sometimes.
I'm always nice. Always. Yes. I'm always nice. My dad said he'll be waiting for you, Drake. Lynette says, yes, that girl with the story. So I guess I gotta go listen to it. Mike, sing y'all anthem for us one time.
All right.
Hit it,
All right.
Mike.
You know what? You Leah's sister, so I'm always
I
giving you
was
passes.
gonna say, do you need a beat? But Detroit rappers don't really use one.
Ooh, man,
That's what it
shots.
is.
Well, hey, I rap on beat, so I'm not worried about none of that.
You remind me of that conversation with the guy when he was like, "Yeah, you know, like 50%, I'm 40%," and she'd be like, "You're 40, you want to be a rapper? Yeah, you don't think that's too old to start a career?"
No, no, that is
Yeah,
rude,
it's a
but
little
whatever.
slow. But thank you all for coming through. Thank you, Janai. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Auntie Lynetta. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Golden. Thank you, Really TT. Thank you, KK. I want to make sure I have everybody in here. Did I get everybody? Germ Drake.
Oh, that's my brother.
Oh,
That's my oldest brother for real.
okay.
What's up, bro?
All
Oh,
right,
see,
welcome,
Jeremy,
brother.
if you were in the comments, you would have been able, because my sister was talking to Drake about meeting one of y'all, because she's in Texas, you in Texas. It would have been a thing. You could have been in the comments. Thank you, Jerm. Thank you, Michelle. Um, thank you. Oh, Desmond was here. Oh,
Everybody fell through.
let's see. Did I get everybody? I got Lynette. Got Auntie Lynetta. Thank you, Kayla. Got you, Angela. Um, Yes, Dick Golden. Thank you, Dad. And I think that's everybody. If I didn't get your name, please make sure you put it down in the comment as always. Oh, you want me to say Kayla and not KK? Thank you. Thank you specifically to Kayla.
Thank you,
Janae
Kayla.
wants everybody to know it's cold. It's so cold in the D. Is it snowing?
Just trying to find peace.
Not
Okay.
snow. It's not snowing. It's 50 degrees out here.
Oh, it is cold in the D. Drake. Is he single?
I'm not about to do this with one. I'm not about to do this. Period. Okay. I done told y'all this a long time ago, man. Yeah, all my
Is this
brothers.
like, is this like a
The
every?
only thing is like the
Is this
women in my
every?
family are kind of tall. So
Is this like a every episode thing?
what?
When,
No.
when I when I when I get in contact with some of them, you know, but once again, my brothers and my brother, they speak for themselves.
Listen.
For real.
Darn, you could have been in this. Yeah, you could have been in the conversation. So sorry. Oh yeah. Thank you, Auntie Lynetta. I don't know if I said thank you to you, but thank you. Yes, Tamara needs to go to bed. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Take a Six Podcast. I have been your host, Leah. Please make sure that Tamara gets home safely. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know what neighbor she claims to be asking for. But make sure that you tune in if you haven't listened to this episode, wherever podcasts are found. Take Up Space Pod is where we are on social media. So Take Up Space POD, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, Champions of Discourse turned 1 this year, so we
Happy
are
birthday.
celebrating. We're gonna have a couple of events that happen this year, and we're doing bigger and better things, and I'm really, really excited. So if you haven't already, go to championsofdiscourse.com. Make sure you subscribe to our email list to make sure you are up to date on everything. We have a couple of events that are happening here in the next month or so. So make sure you stay tuned into that. Yes, great. Yes, it was very nostalgic. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Janai. And is there anything else I can think of? Nope. Go with God. Be happy. You know, Jesus in therapy. Be saving lives out here. Appreciate that. And y'all be safe. Have a great one.
Happy Mother's Day.